Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about the producer's letter, which has finally come out. I really like the format that they did it at the very bottom. As for the paragraph over here, it's just saying a lot of fluff, just saying like, how well Blade and Soul did. And they provided some statistics, which aren't very meaningful, but I mean, whatever, it's fine. It's just fluff, just letting you guys know that year 3 was alright. And there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to in the 4th year of Blade and Soul. So we can scroll down here. I'm not going to be watching the Blade and Soul developer Q&A because I'm making another video about this tomorrow because there's a lot of stuff I want to cover in that video. However, the main focus for today's video is the producer's letter as well as all of the little updates that we're getting. So over here, they did a very, very nice breakdown, basically telling us what we should be looking forward to in each month. So in March, we've got the new heroic dungeon. So this is the Medusa dungeon, which will drop full Elder Scales. So this is the main thing that we want because we need so many Elder Scales, and just farming Hangar Zero and Cathedral Cliffs and having them drop fragments is really, really killing our sanity. Because in order to get all the scales needed to max out our weapon, max out our bracelet, max out our soul, max out our heart, like it's an absurd amount of Elder Scales. And being able to farm an actual dungeon which drops full Elder Scales is something that we really need right now. So we can look forward to that in March. We will be getting the Medusa dungeon. I will cover a guide on it when the dungeon does come out, as I don't know the mechanics yet. What will drop from the dungeon is a new necklace and a new belt. It's very similar to Hangar Zero. It just drops a chest, you open the chest, and then it lets you pick whether you want the new belt or new necklace. I highly recommend you to get the new necklace. The new necklace is better than the current Prophecy necklace, which is basically the best in slot necklace for most classes out there. So definitely, if you're doing this dungeon, you want to go for the necklace. The belt is not a big priority because the Warp Citadel belt is good enough. However, if you just want the extra survivability, then sure, you can farm for this new belt. But the necklace in this dungeon is definitely priority number 1. You should be looking at a 10% DPS increase just by getting this necklace. So very, very big upgrade that a lot of classes will be needing in order to do the new raid, which comes out in April. Another thing we're getting in March is the skill update. So we will be getting more skill updates. So it's basically like a skill patch. Not much detail on this. And finally, the Homu level cap increase. I think we already got this in last patch, where I think max Homu level now was 35 already. I don't know if they're going to be increasing that and making it 40 in March, as I don't know what the max level is in Korea right now. Do let me know in the comment section below if you know. Next up in April, we'll be getting the Rise of the Silver Steel story, part 2. So this is the side story, which will unlock the Silver Steel Raid Part 1. So as we know, usually in the West, we don't release all the bosses at once. We usually release like the first 2 bosses, and then the last boss will be released a month later. And this same thing's going to be happening here. We'll be getting boss 1, boss 2 in a Silver Steel Raid Part 1, which will allow us to get our new rings and earrings, which are a huge upgrade to what we currently have. 100% recommend you guys to get it if you can. Obviously, this is gonna be the new end game. You need a lot of DPS. My guild has done the math, and we're basically saying that we need around 4 million DPS parse damage in order to even have a chance of beating the first boss. So you're gonna need a ton of damage for that. So get upgrading your soul, your bracelets, get that new necklace when that comes out in March. We will be getting new soul shields because obviously there's a new raid. And finally, there will be a raid event. We don't know what the raid event is yet. It might simply just be they're giving a bunch of raid foods and raid tonics again to help you out with the previous raids or help you out with the new raid. But other than that, we don't have much information about what the raid event is. Next up in May, we are going to be getting the Silver Steel Raid Part 2. So that will be the final boss of the Silver Steel Raid. We'll also be getting a new weapon tier because when we kill the last boss, they'll drop a weapon mat, which will allow you to break through. So we will be getting a new weapon tier above Thornbreaker, so we can look forward to that. And then there is the treasure pot event. I don't know what that is. If anyone does know what that is, please do let me know in the comment section below. And last but not least, in June, we are looking for the Force Master 3rd specialization. I'm looking forward to this a lot. I've been spending quite some time messing around with my Force Master. I'm learning the Fire Force Master first, and because I want to branch out, and I really liked how the Force Master 3rd spec looked. when it first came out, Skelly was streaming it, and I tuned into his stream, just watched him explain all the skills and do a breakdown, and it looks super, super awesome. When this class comes out on the Chinese server, I'll probably try it. I'm not entirely sure if I'll try it, mainly because I'm looking forward towards the Frontier server a lot more than Force Master 3rd Spec. So Frontier server definitely is going to take priority, as that is something that I really want to cover when it comes out on the Chinese servers. Next up is we're getting Act 11 from the story, so that's pretty cool. Act 11 will be focusing more about Mushin and what he was doing when he was in like the Demon Realm and stuff like that. So we're gonna get a lot more information on how Mushin originally was a good guy and how he kind of fell down into evil and into darkness. So the main focus of the story is going to be Mushin, and according to the developers, Jin So-yeon will also play a big part in the story. So looking forward to that. We will be getting a new heroic dungeon. That new heroic dungeon will be the new Zack dungeon, or the new blob dungeon. It's like the pink blob where you fight it, and it just looks like Zack from League of Legends. Pink version though, so there's that. We're getting a new clan renewal system. I don't know what this is. I am looking forward to it though. I definitely welcome a new system for clans, because right now the guild system is pretty boring, to be honest. You basically invite people and like there's not really much use of it. Most people just use Discord anyway, so I don't know. I definitely would be interested in this if they added in more like guild aspects, like other than your battlegrounds, maybe add in something else along PvE side, or maybe add in something where there's incentives to collect certain materials or to farm certain things, and like you can upgrade your guild, or maybe there's a guild hall or a guild house or something, you know. Something along those lines would definitely get the guild a lot more involved. Right now, the clan system is not very involved. It's kind of just like you've got your battlegrounds, but you know, some guilds don't PvP, like mine doesn't PvP, so we don't do that. But yeah, I just hope that this changes something, you know, freshens things up. We're getting in PvP renewal system. I don't know any information about this, but definitely sounds interesting. We're getting a new PvP earring, so this will be dropping from the new heroic dungeon, the Zack dungeon. I don't know what the name is called. The Peach dungeon, the Zack dungeon, I don't know, but we're just gonna call it the Zack dungeon for now. And then we will also be getting a new accessory enhancement system. This is very interesting. The devs have been talking about this for a long time, but we don't have any information about what the new accessory enhancement system actually is. So I'm looking forward to see what that is. Maybe they'll showcase it in like the Frontier server, or maybe in like the next big patch coming in Korea, or maybe they have already, but I just haven't seen it yet. I'm not entirely sure. If I did miss it, again, let me know in the comment section below. So we've got a lot of stuff coming in March, April, May, and June. A lot of stuff to look forward to. I'm definitely going to be looking forward towards March, because, you know, we got the new Medusa dungeon. We've got a lot of stuff to farm for. In April, there's going to be a lot of players who want to start progressing through the new raid. Hopefully we don't get too much drama. I know every time there's a new raid, there's always tons of drama, because raids are trying to progress, they're trying to be world first, blah blah blah, and there's a lot of stress involved. But I have faith that we'll power through it, we'll manage, we'll get through it eventually. It's going to be rough though, because it is pretty mechanically intensive and the DPS requirement is very high. So in order to power through this Silver Steel raid, people are going to have to be pretty dedicated to do it. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully it was helpful. If it was, I would appreciate a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the